regular episode, buddy. We're in Jordan's apartment. Halloween episode. Jordan, say hi.
Fuck
Say
you.
it's scary.
Oh,
Terrifying.
yeah.
How you been, buddy?
I've been pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. What about you?
Good, man. Are you ready for Halloween?
Yeah. As we got my apartment all set up for it. So
It's very scary in here. I'm fearing for my life.
yeah. No, I always like Halloween. It's a shame at our place you can't really hand out candy. I don't think there's any kids that are walking around.
There's a lot of
Getting
kids here, though.
There's not that many.
Then it must always be just like the same 5 kids I see every time I'm here.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't know. But you know, I like handing out candy. I think that's fun. Jesse's family in their old neighborhood, they used to be like full candy bar people. Which
Really?
is nuts.
Full bars?
Full bars, dude.
So there was only one time that this happened, but my uncle, he did one of those like, we're not here, so just take one. And I showed up like really early,
yeah.
and I like just dumped the entire bag into
Dude, you're one of those?
into me and all my friends' bags.
Oh my
And then my uncle either was home or like immediately came back, because then he like called me like 40 minutes later and he was like, "Hey, did you come by the house?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Was there candy outside?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." And he was like, "Did you take all the candy?" And I was like, "No, of course I didn't. That'd be so mean and crazy." And he's like, "Are you sure you didn't take all the candy?" And I was like, "Nah, dude, you're nuts." See ya. And then just like turned my phone off.
Dude, are you serious? That's so fucked up.
I only did it because it's him.
Here, there's got to be a correlation between people that do that and later on ending up in jail.
I've never been in jail.
I know, but you have a lot of time left.
That is true. I do have a lot of time left. No, I've never done it before or since, and I only did it because it was my uncle.
Okay, all right.
And also, I was like in high school. You know what I mean? It was like one of my
High school, you should know better.
What?
I would think you.
No, it was like one of my last. It might have been in late middle school. It was like one of my last trick or treats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're like getting to the age where like you're not really dressing up and you're kind of just like fucking shit up.
Yeah, like when your costume is like Randy from Trailer Park Boys.
Oh yeah. It was something like that. You know.
It's yeah.
So
you know.
when you did Halloween as a kid, did the adults have parties too?
Not my adults,
Because like
but definitely I think so.
when I was like really young, like a kid, we would go to these Halloween parties and it would always be at like one of 2 houses, but it was like the same adult friend. You know, it's like all the adults are friends and they all had kids, and so all the kids were friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so it would be split between 2 houses. One house had like the cool kid hangout basement.
Oh yeah,
And the other
with the wood panel walls.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't like that old, but you know, it's like the basement with like a Nintendo 64, and I mean, we're talking like, you know, like 2001, 2, 3 style. And then the other house was like the house with the cool backyard, where it was like the tire swing and like the jungle gym type of shit.
Yeah.
And I remember like being a kid and like the adults would all be sequestered, you know, in like the house, and they're partying. And then all the kids are like going psycho on other parts of the house. And I distinctly remember when I was old enough to realize like, oh, you guys are just like getting fucking drunk.
Yeah.
You guys are having a party.
See, I didn't really live that life, but I knew that it was a thing because of, you know, movies like Hocus Pocus. Remember like all the adults
Can I tell
went to
you
that
something?
dance party? What?
I've never seen Hocus Pocus.
Oh, come on, man.
I
Are you
feel-
fucking serious? Sarah Michelle Gellar, fucking Bette Midler.
Let me say
shit
this.
is the best.
Let me say
dude.
this. If I have seen it, I have never sat down and watched it. It may have been on when I was like around.
Yeah.
But I have never purposefully put that movie on or had someone be like, let's watch Hocus Pocus.
Now it's too late. You can't put that.
That's
shit
what
on.
I'm saying. Like, I missed it.
I don't know. You could probably still watch it and understand. I mean, there's so many good parts in that movie. There's like this. They have this little guy that comes out of the fucking grave, and he's got his mouth shut. And
There you go.
What?
Showed shut.
I said sewed. Sewed. I just had to figure it out, you know?
Yeah, it's a tongue twister.
Yeah. But he's got his mouth sewed shut, and then he's like going after them, and they're like freaking out. And then they have he like steals a knife, and then he cuts his mouth open,
Cool.
and like all these feathers come out, and he's a good guy. They realize he's a good guy.
Oh, fun.
That was like a really cool. I remember being like, "This guy's scary as fuck,"
He's like,
and then he ends up
hello.
being, yeah, he literally.
Hiya.
I loved that, dude.
No, that's cool.
It's a good movie. Bette Midler is like,
I love Bette Midler. I mean,
dude,
I love the
she
cast.
is fucking.
It's a movie
so
where,
good.
like, I remember the first time, and again, this is going to sound really weird. I remember being in college and someone bringing up that movie and me being like, wait, how have I never seen this?
Yeah, dude.
You know? And then I distinctly remember one time I was at a girl's place and she was like, do you want to watch Hocus Pocus?
That's unbelievable.
And I was
You've
like,
never been to a girl's place.
no, that's true. So there was a girl whose window I was looking through and she put it on. But she's like, you want to watch Hocus Pocus? And I was like, yeah, sure. But then we ended up just like getting fucked up and like fooling around.
Yeah.
So it's like I've seen like sporadic. It's like
That's interesting watching a movie like because the whole point of that movie is like a virgin lights the candle.
Yeah.
Or like you're.
And then what's the other movie where it's like, oh, is it Nick Cage? It might not be Nick. Is it Nick Cage? And then it's like two women and they're like trying to date him or marry him or something, but they're like zombies. It's like some classic movie.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know
not
that
Dead
one.
Like Me.
I'm trying to think of all the spook, like there's Idle Hands.
Oh, I know that
There-
one.
Okay.
But that one was like on Comedy Central all the time.
Yeah.
No, there's like another classic where
Nick Cage.
it was like two women were like chasing the same guy and then like they die or one of them dies and one of them kills the other one maybe and she comes back and then it's like
What
two
is that?
zombies.
I feel like.
But it's like almost like a rom-com,
Yeah.
you know?
I think. Yeah. It definitely sounds familiar.
I don't know. People listening are getting
Yeah,
pissed because
I
I'm just
know.
like, you know this thing?
Fucking idiot. Man, there were so many good aspects to Hocus Pocus. I mean, there's these witches. They're funny and all, but they're straight up trying to eat this kid.
Cool.
Like it's scary. Like as a kid, when you watch it, you're kind of there's parts in it that you're kind of freaking out about.
I believe it.
Oh, and the guy from Modern Family's in it. He's one of the
The
dads. Yeah.
Ty. I forget his name.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wait, which guy?
The fun dad.
Yeah, Ty.
Yeah.
The black hair guy. Phil.
Phil. There you
But
go.
in real life, his name's Ty. Ty
yeah.
something.
I don't go by real names.
I don't believe in reality. Who gives a shit, dude?
Yeah.
But no, I remember going trick or treating as a kid, and this is what made me think of. I thought of this because of the full bar comment.
Okay. Full candy bars.
Because there was a full Zanny bars. Num.
Wait. I'm just imagining like all the kids getting full Zanny bars, and
Just
then just I'm imagining a
floating
court,
away.
but like everyone's just on the ground asleep.
Yeah, just a
in
fucking
the middle of the
football
street.
field. Yeah,
like,
just everyone's passed
with their
out.
candy buckets all like
Sleepy as Halloween ever tonight at 7.
that should be the Candyman 3 plot, you know.
Yeah, Benzo Ween. But no, there's one house, and everyone knew that like this house had full bars. And I swear to God, dude, what they would do is you would knock on the door, and they would open the door, and they would let you into the foyer, and they had this huge circular table. And they would just have stacks of full bars or like the king size Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
And then they would be
And
like,
it's take one only, right?
they would be like, come on in, guys, take one. And then like all the adults were in the like it was an adult party was happening.
Yeah.
And like music is playing and everyone's fucking drunk as shit, like punch bowl style drinking.
Yeah.
Because it was the house where like if your parents were walking you to like do trick or treat, then you know they'd be like the one adult at the door would be like, come get your candy. And then the other adult at the door would be like, all right, man, come here real quick. Like to the dad who's like doing trick or treat, and it'd be like, give him a beer, like a shot real quick. You know?
Yeah. That's the way to do it. That's when times were good.
If I had money,
there's none of that shit. That shit doesn't happen.
If I had money and I lived in like a neighborhood or like a town where like you could do that and not just like something terrible happen, I would love to be that person.
Yeah.
The person who throws the adult party, but then you still do trick or treat and be like, come here.
Yeah. I have this vivid memory of like this one house, and it was always pitch dark, and like you would go by it, and it's got a green.
Haunted.
There would always be this green creepy hand that would like lift open the not the blinds. What's the curtains? Yeah, and then you'd only see the hand.
That's cool. I like that. That's fun.
But they were always pitch, because you know you have to have the light on to do the candy.
Yeah.
They didn't do candy. You just walked by and you knew.
That's fun.
And you look, and then I
like
vivid
that.
memory.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever do haunted houses as a kid?
Yeah, all the time. I just did one.
I have never done one.
What do you mean?
Like the haunted.
Like someone sets up. Oh wait.
Like the real, not like real, like going on a ghost walk.
Yeah.
Like Field of Screams or like any of that. Yeah, we just
went to Field of Screams. It was really bad.
I've never done any of those.
Okay, we're gonna go to Haunted Mill next year or this year,
because when I was a little kid, I would do like the kid ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then once it got to be where it was like guy with chainsaw, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
When I was in like middle school and high school,
so you have done it if you know about the chainsaw guys.
I mean, I know what it is.
Yeah.
But like whenever my friends would want to go, I would always get like almost panic attack, like scared.
Yeah.
It's very similar to me with roller coasters. I know nothing will happen, but like as soon as I get put in that situation, like my body just doesn't listen to my brain, and we're just like, we're not doing this today, man.
I mean, something might happen because you stole all that candy when you were younger.
That is true. God might smite me down at any moment.
But no, we just went to Field of Screams this past weekend, and it was very disappointing, and not the PA one. There's one in Maryland, and it just wasn't good.
You gotta do the PA one's the good one.
I know. I've been to that one. I've been to a bunch. I do them all. How do you fucking know if you haven't been?
Because all my friends go.
Okay.
It's like when you go to it's like when we went to the amusement park, and I sat and I held you and Jesse's bags while you went on the roller coasters.
Yeah. That was fun.
I had so much fun. I was so high.
Yeah, you were. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Kim's Crypt. That's the best one. We're going to do that next year, okay?
Okay.
Serious.
Okay.
We have to, yeah.
I will do it.
Because that one...
Hopefully at 34 years old, I won't be freaked out.
You'll be freaked out because that one's pretty good. It's really good. So this past Field of Screams one, they took away the chainsaw guys.
Really?
And...
Because of woke?
I don't know. I have no idea, but...
The economy's gotten so bad under the Biden administration, we can't afford the gasoline for the chainsaws.
But it's... but it's like, it's so shitty because like that's the best part.
That's the scary part.
And like they changed it out for this, like now they have these rods, and at the end of it, it's like
a cattle prod?
A zapper, and it's kind of like...
Does it zap you?
No, of course not. Like they can't actually do that to you, but it zaps. It's kind of like an insect zapper, but it's not scary. That's the point. Is like they think they replaced the chainsaws with that bullshit. It's so stupid. But yeah,
you remember when like New York and shit, when people would like sign waivers and go into those haunted houses where people would like actually beat the shit out of you,
right? Yeah. My friend did that. My friend did the main one.
Awful.
Yeah, and they put a gun to your head and shit. It's like you're just getting paid to be tortured.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like...
It's not even like fun scary.
No, like why would I pay to be in like a fucking knockoff like live action Saw?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
people like come from all over the
people
world.
are
to do
fucking
it.
freaks,
Yeah.
and they need to find Jesus. That's insane.
Yeah, but after Field of Screams, it was so bad. We had a good time because we were with friends, right?
Well, I'm sure. Yeah.
So, but it was so bad that like my buddy wrote a review and he did a review. Yeah,
That's
well. Here's the thing.
was it constructive criticism or was he being a jerk?
Yes, it was. Because
Was it 1 star?
No. So what happened was after we left, the fucking place like texted us 3 different times being like, "Oh, tell us about your experience." Blah blah blah. Blah. So we were finally like, "All right," and then we did. And
You texted them or you posted
they
it?
texted.
I understand that. Did you give your review in a text
I
message?
didn't do anything, but they posted
The editorial.
I have no idea. I think you click a link and it takes you to a thing.
Oh, okay, one of those.
But yeah.
Do you know that we have a friend who is like secretly in like a very avid Google reviewer to the point where Google sends him like swag?
Really?
Yeah.
I would love to be that.
You should do it. Just start doing it.
You know, I actually did a Google review recently.
Yeah.
My first one. It was Smoothie King, and it was because
Was it a good review or a bad review,
it was a
Jordan?
bad review because
See, you got to do good reviews too sometimes when
Shut the
things are
fuck up.
good.
I know, I understand. But it's because they had a note posted on there and it said
Jordan's gay.
no, it said due to the minimum wage increase.
Oh, one
we
of
have
these.
we have to raise our prices. And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck this bullshit. Yeah, I went on a whole like labor rant on it. But yeah. And then so I get notifications on
that people are looking at your
Yeah.
review. Yeah.
I got like 100 I got 100 views on it.
Yeah.
Pretty
So-
interesting.
Yeah, so my friend, our friend, he does it because of his job. He used to like travel around a lot.
I
And
know who this is.
And so he would just like do it, but he would only leave like really good reviews because he's like very like once he finds like a coffee shop, he only goes there. Once he finds like a hot dog stand or a pit beef place or a place where he gets his hair cut or where he buys his jeans, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a routine guy. He's a Cheers guy.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But then he's like, good reviews really help these places. And
I
so
know,
he'll
yeah.
write like a good review. And he said multiple times, like he's gone back into like, you know, the liquor store that he goes to. And they'd be like, hey man, we saw your review. Thanks. Here's blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then like every couple months, like he gets a notification from Google that's like, hey, your reviews, you know, were reacted upon or whatever the nomenclature is 1,000 times this month. You've earned a free pair of Google branded socks. And he's like, cool.
That's
You know
pretty
what I
cool.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that. And you're right. I should start doing
Do the good ones.
reviews.
Do the
because,
good ones and the bad ones.
Yeah, because I
And the middling ones.
only did that one because I wanted to get my anger out. So now I want to go on.
I mean, I
crusade of
look at
good.
reviews of
I know,
like,
me
especially
too.
Google reviews.
Yeah.
If it's like a bar or a restaurant that I've never been to, and like when you look up the address and it has like the first couple, you know, like most popular reviews or
Yeah.
whatever, I do read them.
Do you watch that YouTube channel that's like
Probably not.
it's 1-star reviews where he goes.
I've heard of this.
It's very good.
I think
It's
you've
fun.
recommended this. To
Yeah,
me.
yeah, it's pretty cool. He finds like really bad places, and then he'll go and do a thing, and then he'll give them a review.
Another review.
And sometimes it's good. Sometimes he's
cool.
like, because he has like a real conversation, and he brings them up. He brings up the reviews to
Oof,
the
that's
guy,
kinda
and he's
brutal.
like, well, you know, they probably definitely know ahead of time that he's going to do that, and like,
Yeah.
and he gets the real story, like of like,
Gets the scoop.
yeah, he gets a scoop. Yeah,
No, that's cool, man.
It's fun.
I started doing the reviews while I was on the toilet at work
oh, good.
because I was trying to be a little more like productive with my time,
Yeah,
but also like I don't know if you use your GPS when you're at work because we have different styles
I
of
don't.
what we do.
yeah,
Because mine, I have to use my GPS all day. You know what I mean? And so because
makes sense. I'm going to the same places every day.
yeah, you do the same thing every day.
You're-
Now there
yeah.
are some places that I don't need the GPS for, but obviously there's others where like I do. Like today, like I don't know how to get to like Like I have like regular places in like Columbia and like Laurel that if I'm going from the office to there, I don't need it. But if I'm going there from DC, I don't know how to fucking get there. You know what I mean? But anyway, like every couple trips I take, Google will like ask me to review the place that I just was.
Yeah.
They'll be like, how was your
Yeah.
visit to? But it's always funny because it'll be like a courthouse or like a law firm and shit. And so then one day I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go through and do it. And so then I like reviewed, you know, and literally I just like it was like a client and I like, you know, 5 stars, like these guys are really good clients. I enjoy working like with them, you know?
Yeah.
And then like it just started like rapid fire being like all these different like places for work. And then every once in a while it'd be like a bar or a restaurant, but it was just like a lot of like workplaces.
Yeah.
Which was also really funny because a couple of the clients were like, did you review us on Google and say these dudes rock? And I was like, yes, I did. And they're like, thank you, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oof.
But no, you should do it. It's really
I know.
cool.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna be
I feel
a
like this
review
is something
guy.
that would be right up your alley.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. It just seems like a very Jordan thing to do.
Something feels like wrong about this. Something feels like this is.
This is
Are
not
you
a backhanded
insulting me?
compliment. No, I'm not I don't think I'm insulting you.
Okay.
It's not quite a backhanded compliment. I'm kind of poking fun at you.
What about reviewing correlates to my personality?
Just being kind of like anal and like, and like maybe like a little
What?
annoying. No, I'm
Or annoyed.
annoyed. That's
maybe.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I could see because no, you get annoyed at things.
I know, but I thought you were saying I'm annoying, not I'm getting annoyed.
Oh, I
at
mean, I
something.
was saying that you can be annoying when you're annoyed.
Yeah.
You can like throw a little fit.
Yeah. When's the last time I threw a little fit at a restaurant or something?
I don't go to restaurants with you anymore.
Yeah. We used to go get a big thing of coffee. Then I realized coffee and caffeine really fucks me up.
Yeah.
It really makes me anxious as hell.
I feel like this would be a way for you to feel more a part of your community and you'd be more engaged with. I feel like it would be something that you could spin into like, no, babe, I'm helping by giving them a
Yeah.
1-star review.
What do you mean? What do you mean, my community? What are you trying to say?
You know, people of your stature, the under 5'4"
Yeah.
community,
Yeah.
the little guys of Frederick
Do you
County.
think? Okay, so in terms of communities, do you think I would belong more in a community for short people or for Filipinos?
Short people?
You think so?
You're more short than Filipino. Honestly.
I agree.
Yeah. And I only say that because like,
Yeah. Go ahead.
no, I know other Filipino people, specifically Filipino,
Yeah.
who are like
Really into it.
way more into their Filipino heritage.
Yeah.
This isn't even just like, you don't look Filipino,
Yeah.
but it's like, we've never had like Filipino food.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I want to start getting into it because I feel a little bad because I'm like, I should get like a Filipino tattoo, but I can't because I'm not into that shit. But maybe I'll,
I wouldn't do it
yeah.
unless you really want to invite into your life people like Filipino checking you.
I know. Here's the thing that happens to me all the time. People go, I'm serious. People.
They go, "What's up, essay?" And you're like, "I'm
No,
actually
no.
Filipino." And they start picking you in Tagalog,
'Cause
and you're like, "I can't understand you."
Here's the
dude."
thing. I can't tell really that well if it's a Filipino or not.
I can.
But here's the thing.
Jordan, let me teach you how to be
They can always
racist.
tell me.
Really? You get clocked as
Oh
Filipino?
yeah.
I thought you only got clocked as being Hispanic.
No. I'm talking about other Filipinos.
Oh.
I'm saying other Filipinos.
Oh, they have like gaydar for Filipinos
Yes.
and they just
Yes.
get you?
and they seek me out because they go. I know the look too. I'm just like
You're
you
like,
know, and they go.
and you just nod. And then you say, "I can't speak it, dude." It's like, yes,
Yeah.
but technically.
Yeah, it happens. It happens quite often, you know. And then, yeah, it happened to me. Yeah, it happened to me the other day. So he goes, "Are you Filipino?" You know, they always ask, and I'm like, "Yes."
Did I tell you about the time, and I may have already said this, where I was doing a job and I had to go to the was it Azerbaijan? It was Ooh, is he like Azerbaijan or Turkmenistan? It was one of those countries.
You love those countries. You mentioned those a lot.
Yeah, I'm a worldly guy. But no, I had to
think you just
do
like
something
saying
at one of the embassies.
Yeah.
And I was like waiting to get paperwork for someone. And this dude comes up to me and he was like, hey, which one of your parents is Azerbaijani? And I was like,
Ooh.
excuse me? And he was like, which one of your parents is Azerbaijani? You're half Azerbaijani, right? Like, was it your mom or your dad? When did they come over? And I was like, I'm not half Azerbaijani. And they're like, wait, what? Really? I was like, nah, man. And he's like, are you sure? Because you look Azerbaijani. And I was like, how the fuck? What?
Yeah. What do we Azerbaijanis even look like? Are they like, hold on. So I don't know about this country at all.
Yeah.
Is it like similar? Is it like close to Russia? Like, was it part of
It's
the
a Middle
Soviet
Eastern.
Union
It's like
type of
it's
thing?
like a Central Asia situation.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like next to Kazakhstan. a little
It's in
bit?
that. I'm not good at the geography. It's in that
Yeah.
whole area.
Okay.
But
Anyway.
it might be it
Tiny
might be a
country?
little closer to
Like a little
Europe.
bean.
No, I don't think it's necessarily a bean. But that was like when my beard was like super big, and all the
Yeah.
other dudes in there had like really big beards too.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just like, oh, you just saw like a dude with a beard, and I happened to be in the place,
Have you-
and they're like, hey,
Have you ever had like a kid like grab your beard and like
Yes.
try and swing?
no.
Like take your head down? I'm
I just get Christopher Reeved from a toddler.
I'm just imagining it's like, oh my God, dude.
I wish I was that strong. I have had more than one like baby, like goo goo gaga ass kids
Yeah.
that I'm like holding, like
And they just
do the reach up and grab, and then like
then
baby strength,
pull.
and I'm just like, fuck,
Hey, here we go.
here it goes, dude.
Oh man. Do you get shit stuck in your beard all the time?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Does it ever get knotted up and have like dreads?
it's not really long.
It's not
It
long
used
enough, yeah.
it used to. I mean, it can, but I try to keep it pretty cleaned out. I gotta trim it up, but I try to keep it pretty clean. It can get real gnarly real quick.
Yeah.
Like depending on what I'm eating, especially now that's like soup season.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm like eating chili or like any type of soup,
Yeah.
then it just like cakes on.
Yeah. Oh, we're definitely in. We're coming up to soup season. You're gonna
We've
be coming
already entered
over, and
soup
we're gonna
season.
have some sort of nice little.
We're in soup season.
We're gonna make a nice curry for
That'd be
you because
great.
we made. Yeah, we've been getting into this curry.
I had a really good bowl of chili the other day that I made. So good.
nice.
Love making a chili. And that's, I think, the only real soup. You know what I did recently that's like very funny? I had some leftovers. I went home over the weekend. I was in Hagerstown.
Uh-huh.
I officiated a wedding, my stepsister's
Oh,
wedding.
nice.
Gorgeous venue. Lovely time. There was like 25 of us there. It was like all family and friends.
She only knows 25 people.
Keeps it real close. No, it was just like all the homies were there.
Yeah.
Dude, gorgeous venue, great food, all this stuff. But then afterward, I like went back to my mother's house, and she had some like out of town guests.
Uh-huh.
And so whenever these people, they're always like, Marilyn, let's do crab cakes. So like
Yeah.
we had crab cakes, and I didn't really have any, but I took home 2 crab cakes,
Yeah.
and they weren't like super big; they were nice sized.
Yeah.
And so I took them home, and I was like, man, like yesterday I like got off work, and I was like, I'm kind of hungry, but I don't really know what to do. And so I had these crab cakes. You know what I did? I made some ramen,
Mm-hmm.
put the crab cakes in the ramen.
Ew.
It was so good.
I can't.
I had like a nice side salad on
That
the
sounds
side.
awful. Ramen and crab cakes.
Yeah, it was great. It was just
Yeah.
like a little seafood ramen situation.
That's so gross, dude. Are we good? Because I'm having trouble
Jordan
here.
has to go. So Jordan, actually, you can't. No, I'll close it up, buddy. You're
Okay.
fine. So we'll say bye, Jordan.
Bye.
So about 28 minutes ago, right before we started recording, Jordan did this too, and I've heard Jordan and his girlfriend talk about this before, but whatever his tummy problems are, whenever the tummy monster comes knocking on his butt door, like it is right now that it's happening, and there doesn't seem to be any preamble to the incidents whenever they occur. and I've heard stories of like restaurants or weddings or parties, but literally like we're sitting here watching The Office, eating delicious chicken tacos that his girlfriend made. And then all of a sudden he just says, oh no. And then he runs into the bathroom and was in there for like 10 minutes. And it looks like we're at round 2 of that. So we'll see how long he's in there for. But if it's anything like last time, I'll be sitting out here on the couch for a while by myself. But that is it. I'm going to wait for him to get out and then we're going to Patreon. Happy Halloween. It's so scary. Jordan's bowels are so scary. Bye.